For me, kayak fishing is simple. A boat, a paddle, a fishing rod, and unspoiled water. The fish are big. The chaos is beautiful. It's angling's addictive final frontier, and I'm hooked. I'm Drew Gregory, and this is Hooked on Wild Waters.
Drew Gregory's Hooked on Wild Waters is brought to you by Jackson Kayak. We make fun. GoPro. Be a hero with GoPro. Bending Branches. Pretty, smart paddles. And Yak Attack. Rigging the dream.
If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. I don't want to go where everyone else is going and do what everyone else is doing.
I was so stoked to get back to Georgia to fish for shoal bass. That's the fish that really, I would say, started my passion for the wild rivers. All right, man, we have arrived. The river level is looking good too, man. You know, this is one of my favorite rivers to fish, and it's actually part of the Altamaha River system, and it's full of shoal bass. I love shoal bass, and I love to catch big ones, and this river's got them. So that's why I brought my good buddy, John Japuntich, with me, who's been with me on as many river shoal bass fishing trips as anyone out there. We literally have fished every little ditch and creek you can think of in the entire system that the shoal bass live.
Drew and I looked at the gauges and the weather and different spawning patterns in central Georgia. And after all that, we decided we would fish the Altamaha River drainage because the water levels were right and the water temperatures were good, and we figured we might catch some fish pre-spawn. We didn't want them actually to be spawning because then they're much harder to catch.
All right, John.
Let's do it, man.
Could be the day of the world record. Now, I've caught some big ones. We've caught them around 7 pounds, a little bit over. The world record is 8 pounds and 12 ounces. The Georgia record is, what, 8 pounds, 3 ounces?
Yep, 8-3.
I mean, we're really close getting fish that are just a pound under the record. So it's definitely something that's possible, it's doable. It's a nice, fun challenge when you're out there in the water and live close by. I wish I lived closer to the shoal bass, man. I miss this a lot. The water was a little bit lower than I'd like it because when it gets higher, it actually turns the fish on. It excites them and it brings a lot of food down the conveyor belt to them. So we start paddling down to this beautiful set of shoals, and right off the bat, John misses a couple fish.
Man, he came off.
Dang it.
He snuck up on me. I did not get a good hook set at all on him.
I thought, hey, this is gonna be a pretty good day. I throw my chatterbait right where this water comes tailing out of a pool into another pool. Next thing you know, wham, fish on. I thought, man, this thing is big, it's fighting hard. It's a decent fish right there. Yeah, woo. All of a sudden I get it up to the boat and it's like a 3-pound fish. And then I remembered, man, these shoal bass do fight hard. Yeah, it's a nice fish. It's a nice fish. This is about almost a 3-pounder. This is sort of almost average size for this watershed. And I am not gonna complain about that, but look at this. The bait is all the way down her throat. I mean, they are just feeding heavy and they don't want to make a mistake. They want their meal fast. And she hit it hard and fast. So if I can get it out, there we go. Came out nice and easy. All right. We make our way down several more rapids and shoals. John gets to a really good pool, throws bait in, fish on.
It's a monster.
Got a good one.
Oh yeah. Big fish.
Big fish. Get him, John. Oh yeah, big shoal bass. Look at the size of that thing. You can get him in the setty. You got him, man. He engulfed that thing. Look at that. He spit up a fish. He spit up something. Get him, John. Woo-hoo! Big old shoalie. Give me a little high five, buddy. It's like old times right there. You know, one thing that I think is the coolest about the shoal bass is the fact that its scientific name actually is Micropterus cataractae, and that means fish of the waterfalls. And that's so fitting because the fish really do live right there in the waterfalls. Well, that is a beauty. That's what we came here for, you know, some of these bigger shoal bass. And you can see how fat it is. It's really about to spawn here shortly.
Shoal bass have a very restricted range. They're native only to the Apalachicola River Basin, which would be basically the Chattahoochee River and the Flint River systems in Georgia and Alabama. This is a fish that only can persist in free-flowing rivers It requires shoal habitat in order to spawn and reproduce successfully.
Hopefully we can get a bigger one than that even. They get a lot bigger, just think.
Yeah.
That's only half the size of the world record, not even less.
Yeah.
The biggest thing is movement, migration patterns. They do make these long, in terms of hundreds of miles, migrations to spawning areas. And so that is certainly something that sets them apart from almost any other bass species or even a sunfish family. They're very unique that way.
Gotta watch out for these logs that go across the river sometimes. All right, see if we can't circle around here and fish below this pool. We paddled our way down this wild Georgia river. We hit a few small rapids. It was a lot of fun. We caught a few more small fish, but we're starting to wonder, where are the biggest fish? Why aren't we catching more big fish? We've certainly caught bigger ones here this time of the year. What's going on in this river? We really need this water to come up, man.
Yeah, we do.
We did pick up some fish here and there, but not quite as good as we thought, mainly because the water was low. This section of river is controlled by a major dam, and they have releases that are basically unpredictable. And we expected them to raise the river probably around noon, which is what they had done the day before, but this particular day, well, they decided to leave it low. And unfortunately, the shoal bass, they don't bite as well at low flows, especially at this time of year.
I decided to change tactics a little bit and fish more of the slower water on the bank, which typically doesn't hold shoal bass, but some of the other species that I love to catch. And sure enough, I'm throwing this buzz bait, this topwater lure, right along the bank, and wham! I had a spotted bass on, but my line was just over the tree limb, so it gets hung, and sure enough, this fish is just kind of dangling from the tree limb, like stay on, stay on. This is what you call fish sticks. Paula Dean. Oh, there we go, came off the branch. It's a nice little spotted bass here. One of the, actually the closest cousin to the shoal bass. You can see they have a kind of a similar mouth, but the shoal bass have a little bit bigger mouth, which is why we throw bigger baits for them. And these two are a real pretty fish though. But they're an invasive species to this river system. But when something fights so hard and is this pretty, it's hard not to enjoy it.
The biggest threat to all these bass species, and especially shoal bass right here where we are, is illegal introductions of non-native bass species into their habitats. This is almost becoming an epidemic in our country. In this area of the world, it's spotted bass. That's the big problem fish that's been introduced. And you start ending up with hybridization between the species, and you're starting to lose what is really a shoal bass and what's just a mutt. And we don't really know what the end result of that is going to be, but we're pretty sure it's not a good thing.
Come on, water. It's about time to turn on. We'll get some more shoal bass, hopefully some big ones. Downstream of this rapid, we've been known to catch some big ones, so it could happen today. All right. Big chunk of plastic. Looks like a fish. Do something.
So we got to this really good pool. I actually call it the 6-pound hole. And during the pre-spawn, literally your first or second cast in there, boom, it's gonna be on. You're gonna hook up with something good.
We should still be able to get one here, man.
So when we got there and I threw 2 or 3 casts and nothing happened at all, I knew right then, these fish are not pre-spawn anymore. That's the problem.
All right, I guess they ain't biting here. I know hard work usually pays off. My dad taught me that as a kid. And in this particular situation, there's a spot that most people don't want to get to. The rapids are really big, it's pretty dangerous, and actually you need to have good whitewater kayaking skills just to get in there. This is just where the river literally just drops off the face of the earth, kind of stair steps down. Hopefully we'll catch some fish in here, because shoal bass do like the shoals, and that's exactly what we got. A lot more than just a shoal. I mean, we got a huge rapid here. This spot right here should hold some fish. It took a lot of work to get to this spot, and I was really hoping my hard work would pay off. Fish, when they get up in this area, it takes a lot of hard work for them too. They're expending a lot of energy and burning a lot of calories. They're only gonna be up there for one reason, to get energy back and to feed. Oh, fish on. Can't tell how big it is though. I'm fighting this fish. It's got a lot of energy. It's using the current against me. It's definitely tough, and I could slip at any moment on this rock. This is a crazy way to fish right here. This is insane. It's a lot of fun. Here we go. Not a bad shoal bass. Nice 3.5 pounder. Look all around, guys. This is just incredible to see a sight like this and a fish that lives amongst it, in the middle of it. I mean, just think about what a crazy world and a crazy life this thing has to go through. That's why they're so strong, and really it's a lot of the reason why they're so beautiful. You know, they live around these rocks. They got to be camouflaged and blend in. I love catching these fish. It's hard to do it, but that's why I love to do it. Not many people are going to get out in this kind of wild water. Woo! This last fish was definitely an epic sunset fight amongst wild waters. You know, it wasn't the biggest fish I've ever caught, but if I slip to my right or my left, I'm in deep, swift water.
That's what river fishing is. It's about getting out in the wild, enjoying the kayaking, the rapids, the scenery, the wildlife. And then guess what? Well, most of the time we get to catch really big fish too. So why would you not want to do this?
Drew Gregory's Hooked on Wild Waters has been brought to you by Jackson Kayak. We make fun. GoPro. Be a hero with GoPro. Bending Branches. Pretty, smart paddles. And Yak Attack. Rigging the dream.